guys, welcome back to another episode of Can Jamie convince footballers to do crazy things by paying them way too much money? Last year I learned about the website Cameo, where you can pay celebrities to deliver you a message, and I used this to get footballers to roast their rivals. At the time, not many footballers were on here, but since then, a revolution has taken place. So many more footballers, from retired to currently playing in the Premier League, have popped up on here. Paying them all hundreds of pounds to hold the biggest footballer roast battle of all time would be ridiculous. Which is exactly why I'm going to do it. I'm going to pay as many footballers to roast their rivals as possible until we crown the ultimate footballer roast king. What would the footballers come up with? Will they stay polite, or will they deliver some of the funniest, jaw-dropping roasts we never knew they were capable of? Here's the plan. I'm going to pay as many footballers on Cameo as I can to roast their rival team. What I don't know is who's going to say yes to this and who's going to say no. Footballers on here tend to only do light-hearted birthday shoutouts, so persuading them to set up a camera and randomly roast an entire football club isn't going to be easy. Therefore, the instructions I give them will be essential to convince them to do this. I don't want to lie and say it's for a birthday, but I also need to find a way of making my request seem as appealing as possible, which is why for this to work, I will once again have to go undercover as a fan of the rival team. The idea is that I can then use this as a way to get the footballer to roast me as an individual, which should hopefully be a lot more fun for them and just overall a lot less awkward. For the footballers that do deliver roasts, I will be ranking them based on 3 separate criteria. 1. Roast length. Was it 2 minutes long or was it just 10 seconds? 2. Roast quality. What did they come up with? Were their roasts inventive? How good are their lines? 3. Personalisation. How much effort are they putting in? Are they just reading off a script, or are they putting their heart and soul into the roast? Each category is worth 5 points, meaning a perfect roast would score 15 out of 15. I highly doubt that's going to happen. With that said, the first footballer on my list was former England goalkeeper David Seaman. The man is the Arsenal legend. He played for them from 1990 all the way up to the year that I was born. His cameos are filled with personalised messages, nostalgic stories, and inside jokes that any true gooner would love. I want this video to be about how good the footballers are at coming up with the roast, so I'm going to keep the instructions pretty open-ended for all of them. For every footballer, I'm going to ask the roast to be about myself, and I'm going to say that I'm a fan of their rival team, which of course means that he has to roast Spurs. At least I don't have to go undercover. To get the roast going, I'm going to give each of them a prompt, just so they kind of know the stuff that I'm after. And once that's done, the only thing that's left for me to do is empty my life savings and wait. Boys, I'm not looking forward to this. It's one thing being roasted by your friends and by people online, but being roasted by one of your rival's best ever players is a whole other thing in itself. I almost do not want to press play. I am very, very scared right now. Just don't go too hard, please.
Jamie, it's David Seaman.
Hello.
I hope you're well, mate. You're a Tottenham fan.
I am.
And I hope you're not feeling too uncomfortable, because obviously I play for Arsenal. That is my second double winning shirt when we beat Chelsea 2-0 in the FA Cup final.
Didn't ask. I'm sorry. Why did I say that? I didn't mean to be mean. I don't know why I said that.
Although I did play for England.
Did?
75 times, if I'm honest. So that might be decent for you to support. Unless you're Scottish, then you won't like me at all.
Does he know that England are probably worse to support than Tottenham are?
I always love beating Tottenham. To be fair, you beat us a few times, but keep your manager, by the way. Keep the faith, and hopefully Arsenal will beat you in winning a trophy.
Bro had to sneak it in there. Of course he did.
Take care, mate. Bye-bye.
Wow, that actually wasn't as brutal as I was expecting. There wasn't really many big roasts in there at all. That was one of the friendliest roasts I think I've ever received. Bro, why are you so nice? As much as I was dreading that was nowhere near as bad as I was expecting. It was only like 46 seconds, which isn't the best, but I'd say it's good enough for a 3. I was fully preparing myself for an onslaught of bottle job Spursy, but surprisingly, there wasn't really any of that at all. Spurs got a flight. 1. Personalisation though was actually really good. He showed off some shirts and he seemed to be kind of enjoying it, which is always a plus. he was just too nice to land any actual roasts, so I'll say 4. Overall, that's an 8 out of 15, which feels kinda high for a player that seemingly forgot that this was a roast and just struck up some friendly conversation instead. Next up is a player I'm so excited to have in this video, because for the first time on this channel, we have a current Premier League footballer. And that man is Asmir Begovic. Yeah, he's still playing. For Everton, he's the sub goalie. I asked so many current Premier League players, and all of them said no, even though I was more than willing to pay the price. Modern footballers have a stereotype of being very media trained and robotic, so this didn't really surprise me. But it raises the question, if Begovic said yes, what on earth does he have to say about Everton's biggest rivals, Liverpool? I went undercover as a Liverpool fan and asked him to talk about the recent 2-2 draw at Goodison Park, which is a game that Liverpool kinda imploded in. Truth be told, there isn't much for Everton to roast Liverpool about, so I am intrigued to see where he goes with this. I paid a surprisingly reasonable price and waited. I never in a million years expected one of the current players to ever say yes to this. But here we are. I mean, Begovic has come through with a cameo. I gotta be honest, my hopes are not that high for this one. But he's got a chance. Begovic, the floor is yours. Let's make this count.
Jamie, what's going on, man?
Hello.
Here, Asmir Begovic from the blue side of Liverpool, Everton Football Club. I know you're a die-hard red, big Liverpool fan. A team that could not beat us the first game of the season. Actually should have lost the game. It was quite funny to see all your manager, everyone losing their marbles.
Oh my god! What? No way! That's so good! Oh my god, let him cook. Let him cook.
But all of us Evertonians, and mostly the people from Liverpool, because that's where all the Everton fans are from, I would believe if you shut Liverpool Airport, all the train stations, there would be no fans at Anfield, as you guys come from the glory. To only win one Premier League title in the last 35 years, which for a club like you should be very, very disappointing. But listen, all banter aside, you guys are probably going to win the title this year. Hopefully we can ruin the party a little bit when we go to Anfield for the return leg and make it a lot of fun and give a lot of joy to the Evertonians. I hope you win less than one title in the next 35 years. After this one, of course. But anyway, a bit of fun, bit of banter. Listen, wish you all the best. Take care, my friend, and speak soon.
Oh my goodness, ladies and gentlemen, that was one of the most insane things I've ever seen. Oh my god, what have I done? What did I just witness? Where did that come from? Liverpool fans, I'm sorry about that. I was the one who paid Begovic to say those jokes, so that roast, that's all on me. That being said, why can't more footballers be like this? One absolute legend. He is so cool for doing this. Thank you so much, Begovic. The roast came in at 1.5 minutes, which is long. 4 out of 5. Roast quality, 5. Easiest decision of my life. Bro literally had me on my bed. Hey, yo. For personalisation, I'm going to give it a 4. Friendly, funny, and a lot of effort was put into it. So a total of 13 out of 15, which is better than any roast I ever expected to get in this video. Thank you so much, Begovic. You are my new favourite person. Moving on to probably the biggest legend I've ever had on this channel, Ian Rush. Yeah, the guy from FIFA. There is no doubt that Ian Rush is probably one of Liverpool's best ever players. He has the most goals in the team's history, and even today his Instagram is literally dedicated to posting about the club. Speaking of Instagram, I'm trying to hit 10,000 followers. some point. So it'd be really great if you guys follow me. I post really cool pics like this, and even cooler memes like this. And while you're at it, subscribe. Join the Jamie Fussell Empire. We're so close to 250k subs, which I still cannot believe. My first task is to go undercover as a fan of his rival, but because he's Liverpool, this could be one of two teams. Everton are the local rival, but since United is kind of the biggest rivalry our country has to offer, I feel as if I kind of have to go with that. The only problem is that Ian Rush is 63, and part of me is kind of worried he's just going to have no idea what any of this is about. But who knows, maybe for £130 we'll get a surprise winner. Kings, we are in the presence of greatness right now. That orange background is doing no favors to your skin tone though. Oh my goodness. That being said, what does Unk have for us right now? Potentially Liverpool's greatest ever player against Liverpool's greatest rivals. The stage could not be any bigger. The stakes could not be any higher. What is he gonna deliver?
Hi Jamie.
Hello.
Seaman Rush here. I've been told that you're a big Manchester United fan. That's okay. At least they play in red. Anyway, best of luck for this coming season. You take care.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Unk did not understand the assignment. No, God. Ain't no way I just paid £130 for 10 seconds. Bro just made £13 a second. That's one of the best rates ever. I'm speechless. I'm lost for words. So was he, apparently. Like, how am I supposed to rate that? What do I even say? I've been sat here for the last hour trying to find anything to reflect on. I got nothing. So let's make this quick. Length 0, quality 0, personalisation 1. I don't know. I think it'd be kind of mean to give him straight zeros. It can't get any worse, can it? There was one more footballer who agreed to send me a roast, but I've been saving it right to the very end because this one is very different. Because that man just so happened to be Adebayo Akinfenwa, the strongest footballer of all time, a part-time YouTuber and full-time beast. Akinfenwa played for a whole bunch of clubs over his 20-year career, including Wimbledon and Wickham, so nailing down one rival was pretty much impossible, which is when I remembered last year I made a video about him where I tried to dethrone him as the beast. Everything suddenly clicked. That's when I came to the realization. Akinfenwa's true rival isn't a football team, it's me. Oh, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. I've made a mistake. I'm about to get shredded to pieces. I can already tell. Oh, brother, what have I gotten myself into? Oh my God, I don't even want to press play, man. Oh no!
Yo, what's going on, Jamie? It's your
Hello.
boy Adebayo Akinfenwa, aka Mr. Beast Mode. Alright, Jamie. So word is on the street, you're a Tottenham supporter. I apologise, I feel sorry for you already.
Oh, okay. I don't need pity for being a Spurs supporter. It's a sensitive subject. Okay, I get it. I don't need pity. Oh, this is gonna be awful.
And I also hear that you don't hit the gym. See, that's something that we can't. We can't. You gotta hit the gym. You know what I'm saying? You got to stay in beast mode.
I'm in beast mode.
And listen, like I said, I apologise that you're a Spurs supporter because you ain't seen them win a trophy.
Okay, another sensitive subject. Why are we bringing this up right now? This is just irrelevant. Oh my God.
Listen, hopefully one day in the future that will change. I don't know how soon, but hopefully we could all dream. Secondly, I hear you don't touch grass. But anyway, listen, yeah, stay blessed. Keep keeping it beast mode. Touch grass, touch the gym. Get in shape. Go beast mode. Jamie, stay blessed. Peace and love. Take care.
Akinfenwa delivered a minute-long destruction of my ego. He gets a 4 out of 5 for video length, a 5 for quality, and a 5 for personalisation. By my scores, that takes it to a total of 14 out of 15. I was never expecting any roast to ever get close to that. This roast battle has seen some extraordinary highs and some extraordinary lows. But at the end of it all, Adebayo Akinfenwa, I am crowning you the winner. I will concede that you are in fact the true beast of football. I know, it's very humble of me. But that does leave me with one more thing left to do. You happy now? Thank you guys so much for watching, and massive thank you to all the footballers for taking part 2. If you fancy subscribing, click that button right there. And if you fancy watching another one, YouTube thinks you'll really like this one. That's all from me. Bye.